I would think every edit that I've ever done has been short of time. In other words, we've got too much material to fit the time slot we've been allotted. So one of my key roles was to make sure we've got no spare space. In other words, cut away material that is not necessary in order to save lines, funny lines maybe, later on down the program. Some of the most vulnerable shots are exteriors, establishing exteriors. They're very often not necessary. We've got 4 shots here where Tim is crossing to Helen's house to tell her some important news, so he's half running to get to her. There are 4 shots. Do you need all 4? Can we tighten him up? Where can we make the jumps, the geographical jumps to Helen's house that won't show? Let's have a look at the shots involved. First up is a shot of Helen's house and Tim enters. Then we've got him coming round the corner of the front garden. Useful distant dog on that one. Then coming round into the garden through the garden gate. And then a close-up of him tapping. So let's have a go at putting them together. So what I'm first going to do is put all the shots together, try to match where he is geographically. So let's start with the wide shot. Yes, he's got to walk around the camera, so let's start him there and get him to the corner of the house, roughly there. Then the second shot. I'm not going to look at the edits, we'll do all these in a moment. So pick it up just as the camera starts to move, and it's roughly where I had him on the wide shot. And there's to the garden gate, just before he enters the next shot. Put that down. Now the wide shot of the gate, so I'll come just before he enters. I'll take it up to the point that he's about to tap, because I know the close-up is quite good for the tap. Here's the tap. Somewhere about there. And that's the end of the sequence. Okay, let's have a look at the whole thing. And again, what I'm going to be doing is tweaking just to make it geographically perfect. So I think that first one I could come off the wide shot a bit earlier, just as he gets to that green bush. Try that. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, maybe again a little bit off the wide shot before he comes round to the about there. And that shot, those two look about right. So if we look over here, we've got a duration of 14 seconds for the whole of his journey. Have another look at it and see what we can get rid of. What don't we need? Well, I would suggest the shot that's most vulnerable is this one. Because you could come off this shot. This establishes the fact that Tim is walking to Helen's house. And we could come off there somewhere, where we know he's definitely going to that house and nothing else. Lose this next shot entirely and join that shot. Now, as we're doing such a drastic cut, I might come to this shot just as his shadow is playing on that door there. Let's have a look at this join. sounds bumping a bit, so I'm going to put a mix on that, let's say 20 frames. And let's have another look. Now I think we get away with that. We could try a little bit more of this one. Yeah, you might say if you did have a little bit of slack, that's a tiny bit more comfortable. And again, if you've got a music sting across this join, you might want to accommodate that as well. So let's have a look at the whole sequence in full frame. So I think this exercise shows there's a lot of flexibility when you come to sort of movement shots. What shots do you not need? Where can you jump time? You don't notice the jump of time from Tim being roughly at the corner of the front of the house to right round the back. You've got that couple of frames before his shadow appears, and that's where your brain just jumps in time and totally accepts the result that's on the screen. As always, you've got the shots that you can play around with, all 4 shots, and you've also got too loose, too tight, and just about right as sequences from me. But as I said, if you're going to put music across this and create a really good break in your drama away from the drama of previous scenes and forthcoming scenes, and this is a moment of relaxation, then yes, you could make this join any duration you like. Have a go at it.